Okay, this is insane, and it could be changing the entire software development industry. Now, check this out. The first AI software engineer.
I'm going to ask Devin to benchmark the performance of Llama on a couple different API providers. From now on, Devin is in the driver's seat. First, Devin makes a step-by-step plan of how to tackle the problem. After that, it builds the whole project using all the same tools that a human software engineer would use. Devin has its own command line, its own code editor, and even its own browser. In this case, Devin decides to use the browser to pull up API documentation so that it can read up and learn how to plug into each of these APIs. Here, Devin runs into an unexpected error. Devin actually decides to add a debugging print statement, reruns the code with the debugging print statement, and then uses the error in the logs to figure out how to fix the bug. Finally, Devin decides to build and deploy a website with full styling as the visualization. You can see the website here. All of this is possible today because of the advancements that we've made in both reasoning and long-term planning. It's a really hard problem, and we've only just started, but we're super excited about the progress that we've made so far. In the meantime, if you'd like to try out Devin on your own real-world tasks, send us a request below, and we'd be happy to forward it to Devin.
So this AI is pretty insane that, as you can see, is enabled to do automated tasks, just prompts using your text prompts, and it able to tell the AI agents to do all the software coding, fine-tuning existing software. If there's any bug, it allows to debug by itself, find the API coding to integrate stuff with other API endpoint, and also tracking all the errors, lock if there's any, and it can show all the report like a real engineer do. And everything is going almost, I would say almost all automations by using this AI called Devin, they claim is the first AI software engineer. So basically, you can treat this like software engineer staff in your companies. You tell it what to do and it will just do the coding by itself. It has its own browsers, so this AI are able to access on the internet. So what kind of documentations it needs to integrate APIs, or go to github.com to download any libraries that needs for the software that you are working on, and is able to do command prompts in operating systems like in Linux or Windows, whatever you have. And also one of the cool things that is able to just plug in any third party's integrations API key and actually understand where the key should be located. In here, you have multiple partnering API partners that you have to integrate it, and it is not going to be messing up all the API keys with various things, and everything are recorded within this interface. So you can check the progress by underneath here. You have the control here, can see the live actions. You can roll back and see what is the progress of this AI are doing. And actually, this AI are able to do any debugging code. If there is any error, you can find it out and track. Just write down in the log files reporting to you. Just treat you as a manager, and also is able to fix existing code, like you have some old software coding, you want to fix that. It's able to do that as well. And it got a side-by-side bench editor in itself. The interface showing you where the error is and how this AI replace those new code. And also, it's very clean that it got this. Commenting in the code line here shows you what to do in these areas. A lot of programmers are kind of lazy back in the days, haven't do some comments between those coding line, and you have to figure out by yourself what kind of these ARIs are doing sometimes. And this thing is amazing if it is what they demo in here. Now, I am still skeptical about if this is really true happen. And yes, I did apply in the waiting list because my company, we were doing e-commerce and also mobile apps. And I'm looking forward if we can using this AI to build mobile apps like fully hands-off. Just give it an idea on here, doing your text prompts, sending all the requirements that you want that applications are doing, and let the AI run itself. I believe it got self-learning because once it has the web browsers in itself right here, as you can see it learned by himself, that what kind of API integrated and any new coding that it needs from external that may be in GitHub or Together AI that doing the chat components in here right now. This is from the demos. Everything is so automated. And actually, I'm still skeptical if that is really true. So that's why I'm sending the waiting list. I sign up and I want to try that. And if this is work, even it is a paid app or it's not open source, and I'm willing to give it the money to buy this surface if that is what they claim. But yeah, guys, we have to test that. Like, no one knows right now because it's not open to the public right now. But I saw lots of hypes and talking about all these videos, introductions from these companies, and Devin from Concurrent AI. And right in here, it showed the chat that the benchmark of real world software engineering performance from other AI comparison with Devin that Devin are able to solve 13% of any coding errors and any software problems. From this benchmark list of questions and problems that calculate how do they perform. And Clot 2, you have GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 and Llama 7B and Llama 13B. They all perform like below 5%. And Devin is like above 10%, even go to 13%, close to 14% right now. So I am kind of doubt if this is really true. And if that is true, then this will be the step of the AGI beginning. And one thing I have to mention is that this AI are only focusing in software engineering is not in general intelligence. So we cannot say this is an AGI, but we can say this is the entry steps of the hey is starting if this is what they claim is real, happening, and true. So we need to prove by testing if they are open for testing betas and stuff like that. But right now it's closed beta. Everything is joined in the waiting list, and they have a lot of polls in XCOM. Formerly, we call this the Twitter, but respectfully, I call this XCOM right now. And you see other people from other companies, other developers are talking about this, that they have been using Devin AI and doing some example here actually data extractions. And also I saw one of them are using Devin AI as a software engineer to complete tasks in Upworks or Fiverr. So let's see, I saw one of this is really fun that the guy is using this to do Fiverr gigs. Okay, yeah, okay. This one actually is not Fiverr. It's Upwork. So it got a job from Upwards. It's a real job. And actually, it's using Devon AI to write and debug code to run computer vision model. So let's check it out. This one.
Seems very difficult to set up. I'm not sure how I would start doing this, but you give the task to Devin and ask Devin to figure it out, and things just kick off. Devin immediately goes ahead, and you can see it sort of starts setting up the repo. It actually runs into some issues here with the versioning. So if you watch how Devin deals with it, Devin's actually updating the code to make these things work. He continues with this, loading and importing packages. You can see that actually downloads images from the internet to run through the model. But you can see here that there are actually some issues that come across. However, Devin knows how to handle these things. Devin kind of pushes through, and if you look closely, Devin's actually doing print line debugging here, where Devin is adding these statements to track where the data flows. And Devin continues to do this until Devin understands how everything's working and actually then updates the code with the fixes after removing print line statements. Devin continues this pattern of fixing code and running it again until it runs the image model across all of these roads across the world. And we can ask for a report from Devin. At which point, Devin sends over some sample images of roads with damage marked out and a nice TXT file explaining Devin's work and the different kinds of outputs of the model. Good job, Devin.
Yeah, so that is it. This is really crazy if this AI can actually know complete a real task real jobs in Upwork. And guess what, everyone, if you can apply this, you can sign up for this software AI software engineer, and you can be doing a freelancer on Upwork that is completing all kinds of software engineering related jobs. As a freelancer, even you don't have much knowledge, I can say, well, at least you need some knowledge to understand what those jobs are doing. And then you can type text prompts to instruct the AI what to do and how to do that. But then if you give enough details, and I believe from what they showing in here, you can complete. And that's done. And I see this is like a game changing for entire industry of programming, coding, software engineers. Even when people doing research, they have saving a time and getting those issues done within a short time. But then one concern is a lot of people will lose job if they really happen in this way. But I kind of still doubt if this is really happen for applying all kinds of situations. If you want to build a software from scratch using Devon AI and what kind of things it can do. So yeah, check it out, guys. This website is a new startup and they just raised up a capital series, a 21 million series A. Wow, that is crazy. Like nowadays, the venture capital, even in Series A, is raised up 21 million. It is causing more and more funds in even an early stage like that. So yeah, AI industry is the trend, but we have to observe, don't fall into the hypes of everything yet. So yeah, check this out and analyze by yourself if that is work for your companies or your jobs or your daily basis workflow. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next videos. Have a nice day. Bye.